A shocking picture showing a government teacher from a primary school in Anantnag district relaxing in a chair while school children massaged his leg has gone viral now. The photograph has been clicked at the primary government school in Kasnad village in Anantnag. The picture has left the officials in the education department red-faced. The teacher has now been put under suspension. The locals allege that the teacher was habitual of making school children do odd jobs for him. Shuja ul Haq is now joining us with more details on that story. Shuja, why was no action taken by the school administration earlier on if there were already complaints against this teacher?
Well, Ma, that's the big question. So far, till the time this picture actually came out and the people started questioning this entire incident, no action whatsoever was taken against this teacher. And what we are pointing at here is a bigger malice. This is the only incident that has come out in the form of a picture, a proof in terms of a picture, where we're told by locals there that this is something which used to happen regularly. In fact, there are a lot of complaints against this particular person in past as well, in several other schools where he was working. So this is a very important issue which the government now seems to have woken up only after this picture has come out in the open and people have started questioning the conduct of such government school teachers inside their schools and classrooms.
Shuja, also it appears that this picture was taken in the school premises because the children appear to be in their school dresses. Clearly, the principal, the administration of the school was in the know. So shouldn't action also be taken against them?
Well, that's exactly what most of the people here are asking for. We spoke to a lot of parents, a lot of students. They're saying that they're glad that something like this came out in the public forum, but now action should be taken against all those people who are involved in this particular incident, particularly the teacher and also the other officials, higher-ups in the school and the education department, so that an example is set. And no other teacher dares to do something like this with the students inside the classroom. What is most shocking in this entire story and the incident is if you look at this picture very carefully, you see the students are wearing uniforms, and these are primary school students. Kids in primary school, less than 5th class is what we are talking about here, and this is the treatment that that they are met with. Then what can we talk about the entire system?
Shuja, also have the parents of the children of the school ever tried to file a complaint against this teacher, the school administration, principal, anybody bringing to light what is happening in the school?
Well, Ma, we managed to speak to the local students, local parents as well. They said off the record that several times they did try to complain. But the irony of this entire matter is that this seemed to be very normal for a lot of people until the picture came out in the public and we started showing it on our platforms. Until now, this seemed to be very normal for everyone. It's only now that the authorities seem to be waking up to this issue and started taking action. Even now, while we are talking about this entire thing, and there is proof of such maltreatment of the children, there is only suspension that we have seen from the authorities. While a lot of people are saying that an example should be set out in this case, the teacher should be terminated right away, whoever he is, so that no other teacher does the similar acts in any other school in Kashmir Valley.
Shuja, will request you to stay with us because we have with us on the phone line Sandhya Bajaj, former member NCPCR. Ms. Bajaj, what action should really be taken against the teacher apart from suspension for making students be treated like slaves in the school? They are massaging his feet during school time because these children are in their uniforms.
Yeah, there is a corporal punishment law. I want to say that there's a limit, height of corporal punishment. So he should be sacked immediately, not termination. Termination is nowadays not a suspension is not a now punishment, but he should be sacked and he should be fined also. for doing these very, very petty.
Also, shouldn't action be taken against the school administration and the principal, because they have also turned a blind eye to this?
Yeah, this is a guideline already in NCPCR, because management is responsible for all these things. They should check their masters and teachers for these things. It's their duty. They are responsible. They are getting fee. They are getting everything, and but children are in custody of them only. When you know this is the name of the school, you are sending your child gladly. Yes, my child is now in safe hands. So if he is misusing, the teacher is misusing, then this responsibility is definitely for management.
Sandhya Bajaj, many thanks for speaking with Headlines today. Shuja, I'd like to take that point she was making of breach of trust, saying that parents believe that the children are in good company. They are being taught by the teachers the right things in life at a school. And this is clearly a breach of trust, because they are not studying and they are being treated as slaves in school. How are the people in the valley reacting to this? And take us through how the government schools really operate in the valley.
Well, Maha, that's the big point here. This is only the tip of the iceberg that we have managed to get our hands on in terms of visual proof. But on the ground, when it comes to the functioning of government schools in the valley, there have been several question marks over the period of time. There have been people asking about why the results, as far as the examinations are concerned, are decreasing in terms of performance in government schools. Why is it that despite having so much manpower, the students in government schools have not been able to perform when they are compared to the private schools? These are the reasons. When students in these government schools do not get that kind of care in terms of education and in terms of grooming, then what can we expect from them? This particular incident is only an eye-opener for the system to wake up.
Right.
We've spoken to a lot of people on the ground. There's a lot of outrage in common people, parents asking that there should be an example set out from this incident, so that some sense is made in this entire system as far as education is concerned.
And Shuja, clearly the state government is also responsible for the mess in schools. What is the government saying, if anything at all, over this incident?
Well, government has, as I was pointing out earlier, government has woken up only after this picture has come into the public forums, and they have initiated an inquiry. But we were pointing out earlier that only a suspension has been ordered at this point of time, while a lot of people are saying that there is nothing to inquire. It is clear cut in front of your eyes. A teacher who is working in a private school, a primary school of the government, is making the students do all sort of things, including massaging his own feet. So there is nothing to inquire about. And a termination, he should be ordered. He should be sacked, so that some sense or some deterrence is caused in the entire system.
Suspension not enough. This teacher should be sacked is what most people believe. Utsav Ben, social activist, is also joining us on the phone line. Utsav, do you agree that this teacher should be sacked for this behavior of his, where he's making little children slaves in schools?
See, that what the teacher is doing comes under the definition of Corporal Punishment Act. But sadly, the Juvenile Justice Act does not apply to the state of J&K. So I call on the Chief Minister to firstly enact the law which protects children. And secondly, today they are massaging the feet, and tomorrow, we have had cases of sexual abuse inside schools. This is a very serious case, keeping into mind the national movement towards an end to any abuse of children. So the J&K government should immediately sack this teacher, so that a message of exemplary punishment goes throughout the schools in J&K.